Hi everyone, my name is Mesma Delight and welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about how I sew this dress. My last video was all about the drafting of the pattern. I will keep in a link in the description box that is on how to draft your pattern. So if you haven't done that, do watch the video. Okay, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe as you're watching this video right now. So start liking, start subscribing. Okay, so I've used my pattern paper to cut out on my material and on my lining too. So I've cut it out. I've cut out my cups, adding allowance to the side, just little allowance to the sides. I've cut it. Also, I've also cut it on my lining. So I'm just using my chalk to make marks, exactly the same marks I have on my pattern paper, so that when sewing it, I won't get confused. You equally do the same on your material, because sure you will remove your pattern paper. So just use your chalk to make marks like this. Okay, so now my back piece. So I've cut out my back piece. I've cut out my yoke. If you look, they added extra 2 inch. That's for my allowance, zipper allowance. What I call it, pressing button allowance. Anyway, so that's my yoke and the down part of my back. So that's how it looks like. Okay, so at my back piece, I'm just using my chalk to mark out what I have on my pattern paper. That's my strap, where my strap is supposed to be, the up. Okay, see it? Up, up, down, down. So I'm going to do the same on my material. So I have strap there. So like you mark out whatever you marked out on your pattern paper on your material, so you wouldn't get confused. So this is just me putting the yoke that belongs to each part. I'm putting the yoke that belongs to the back on each part. Now don't forget, before you do this, I've used my bias to turn up the side. That's the inner part of my yoke. That's the center of my yoke, and okay, yes, just the center of my yoke and my neck of my yoke. So if you look at my neck, you see that part that is on the strap line, it's turned up and the other part is turned up. So I'm leaving 0.0 half an inch distance between my folded part and my strap. I don't know how to explain it. Just put yours like you see me put mine. That's just it. I'm trying to turn off my yoke with my linen, so just place like I see me place mine. Okay, so this is just it. So I'm going to use my pin and pinning that side. Okay, so this is it. Pushing my yoke inside, I will stitch up my strap side, push my yoke at the other part inside, so I won't like stitch on top. I will stitch the side, and also don't forget to stitch the topmost part. So I'm going to do the same for the other part of my back. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I also went ahead to insert my loops and my modesty panel. So like this is just my back after I've turned it up and ironed it. That's it. Now if you look at my yoke, it's nice because I've already turned it up with my bias strap. So that's just it. I'll place my other back on top so you see how it looks like. Okay, so this is it. Okay, time to work on my front. First I want to work on is my cups. So I'm bringing up my cups. I want to I want to like cut out my cups. I'm going to use my padded for this, like this is a custom made bra cup. I make it myself. So now I've drafted my with this my already drafted pattern. I want to cut it out on my pad. So I just folded my pad into two so I can cut for both sides of the cups immediately. Okay, so I fold it into two, placing my cup on top. Sorry, don't mind me, I'm going to remove those lining piece out. So removing my lining piece, I'm going to placing my material on top of my pad. So I'm going to cut it out exactly, no extra, just cutting out what I see. Okay, I've cut other parts for both sides. Don't use my pin to pin them together because I don't want them getting missing. Okay, so I'll fold another part of my pad into two so I can cut for the other part of the cup. Moving my lining piece out because we don't need it. Okay, so I'm just cutting out this part. Remember to cut it exactly what you see, don't add any allowance. So okay, I'm just cutting it out now right now without any allowance. So cut out exactly what you see. Okay, that's done. Using my pin to hold them both together. Okay, so bringing my two cups up. I want to like use my pencil to mark on my material of the cup. Okay, so just see what I'm doing. I want to get the back of my material, mark up to where up belongs to, down to where down belongs to. That's at both sides of the cup. Okay, do you see me? Where my arrow it's pointing and what number of this cup it is, if it's number 1 or if it's number 2. So this is just it. So I'm going to give it to each of the cup. So like just do your side to see me do mine. It's even easier. So if you cut it like how you cut mine, just do it. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other side, marking up, down, arrow to arrow, and what number, like if this cup is number 1 or number 2. Okay, so I want to give each cups its own. Here to here. So this is just it. Okay, so this is it. Cup 1 to cup 2, cup 1 to cup 2. So I'm going to like shape. I'll play the two down parts equal to equal and I'll shape it using half an inch. So that's it. So now this is my cup, how it looks like. I've already done like shaped my, so I've already joined my cup on my of my lining and going joined it to my down, like, sorry, just look at my lining. I've joined it to the down part of my, this how it looks like. So time for my cup. Now my cup, I'm going to do the same on my cup. I'm going to join that line I have, the down part of it, I'll join it to that notch I made. Yes, that notch. So join that point to the notch, join that point to the notch. Okay, this is how it looks like. That's the back. Okay, so time to attach my yoke. My yoke, I didn't bother turning up the neckline because I will still I will still work on that later on. So I'm going to get the center of my yoke and the center of my corset up. So that's the center to center. You can use your pin to pin them down together for heading to your sewing machine. Then you also use your pin to pin down it to your lining, center of your lining, to the center of your yoke and center of your corset. Okay, so I've joined mine. This is it. Now I want to join my shoulders, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder. Okay, so now I cut a piece of material, a very long piece. Listen, if it's like, I didn't actually calculate, maybe 60 by length, and by width it's 3. When folded I have 1.5. So I went and stitched it up. I want to like turn it up, so I'm giving it like a slant at both sides of the, at both ends of the, of this. Okay, so this is it. I've turned it up. This is how it looking like, and I've pressed it. So I want to find the midpoint of this. So I'm getting the midpoint. I'll use my chalk to, or my pencil, whatever. Use your chalk to mark the midpoint of that. Okay, that's done. I will get my front, the front part of my yoke. I'll get the center of it, placing so both each shoulder to shoulder, getting my midpoint, making a notch at that part. Now I'm going to get that my rope, that point I made the mark. I will place it on top, back to back, anyhow you want to do. Just make sure it's at the back of the yoke, not at the front. So I'm going to stitch it straight, reach a certain point of the back hip, the back neckline. You can stop at 1 inch into the back neckline. Okay, just see what I'm doing. I'll do the same for the other side. So I've stitched it, and this how it looks like. You see, I didn't stitch it all through the back neckline. I stopped at a certain point. So you stop at 1 inch or 1.5, anyone you want. So now I want to like fold this up like a bias. So just see what I'm doing so you can do yours like mine. I'll use my pin to hold them down because I wouldn't want it misbehaving when I'm sewing it. Pinning it in. I'll also pin that side too. Okay, so I have stitched it up and this side looking nice. So now time to work on our skirt. This video is already getting too long, so I just drafted out my, like, cut my skirt and also cut it on the lining piece. So this is just how it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead to do it. I'm going to go ahead to turn it up with the lining. Okay, so this is just how it looks like after being turned up with our lining. So next, joining it to our front, like joining the up to the down. Okay, so here I've joined my up part of my dress to the down part of my dress. So this is how it looking like. This my whole front. Okay, and you also see the whole back. Okay, so this is it. I went ahead to attach a zipper to my skirt part. Okay, I went ahead to cut out my sleeves, and this is how my sleeves look like. You have gathers at the down part. I'll make a separate tutorial on how to cut out this kind of sleeve. So this is just my sleeve. I'm okay here. I went ahead to attach my sleeves to my dress and shaped it. So this is just how it's looking like. I'm actually rushing this video because of time. It's actually looking too long. So this my sleeves and my body and like my dress being shaped. Let me show you the front. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is my back, my loops. You see my loops, you see my zip. It's actually looking nice to me. I don't know how it's looking to you, but it's looking nice. Okay, so this is my front. So that's just all for this video. So please, if you really did enjoy this video, in fact, if you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe to my channel, because it's really going to encourage me to post more videos. So thanks for watching.